Good evening, everyone. I am actually going off scripted today. I'm just trying out new ways to make these videos a little bit faster because I do not look forward to making these, even though I'm obligated to do so to make sure that I'm on track to getting a 1500 on the SAT. So, welcome to the fourth SAT review video. Today I got a perfect score on the reading passage that I took, but then I also made that perfect score up by missing 3 questions on both the math and the writing. So let's get to that. For the writing, first question I missed was a pronoun question. Obviously, there as in THERE is not right. So I picked there as in the pronoun because I see middle class youth, and I thought that was it was referring to. But if you look closely, the subject is actually hipster culture, and culture, its pronoun is not. It's not a person, so its pronoun is its. Let's get this over real quick so I can see my screen. Moving on to number 3. So I chose the answer that I chose because it's the only answer that actually included the word in question, hepcats. I was actually debating between choosing A and B, but decided on that due to that answer having the word actually in question. But looking more deeply into this, you can see that A doesn't really fit the entire goal of the question, right? It's asking about clarification of the word, and B definitely clarifies the word while A kind of discusses the history of the word. So that's that one. I struggle this a lot with keywords. I like to look at keywords, and that gets me through a lot of the questions. But sometimes there's tricky questions like this, where my subjective rules don't usually apply as well. So I do have to work on refining my process and how I get right answers without compromising the time that I'm spending. All right, let's go to the last question that I got wrong on the writing. Okay, so this was universal. So this is a question that I just simply misread. Instead of conventional, which is the right answer, I read controversial, which would obviously be the wrong answer if that was the word that was there. So I chose universal, which would probably be the second best answer here. That's really all I have to say about this one. I think I should probably slow down, especially I didn't feel like universal was a great word. It works, kind of. It's kind of like shoving a puzzle piece into, something that, it kind of fits, but it doesn't really work out. So sometimes when you get that feeling, you just have to go back and reread the answers that you read, because I read controversial when it was conventional. Very different words. But yeah, that's I just have to slow down when I'm reading the answers for that one. Going on to math. The first one I got wrong. So I basically just solved for x instead of y. It's just adding one more step. I solved for x, got 5. And then what you have to do then is you have to plug that x back into an original equation to get the y value. And I just, for questions like these, for most math questions, you really have to define what the question is asking for, because a lot of the times it's like, what's the difference between the two solutions? And then in the answer responses, you will have both solutions, and then only one of the answers will be the the difference between the two solutions. So there's like tricky things like that, like you know how to do the math, but then you forget to actually, answer the question correctly. So yeah, I just should have solved for y. I should have plugged it back in, easy peasy. Next question. So this was also a misreading mistake. When I saw the coordinates -2, 0, I thought, okay, so when x is 0, y is -2. But that's not the case. When x is -2, y is 0. So what I should have done was I should have gone through each equation and then set the y to 0 and made sure that x was -2. What I did was the other way around. So as you can see, the answer choice A, when you turn x into 0, y is equal to -2, but that does not match the coordinate that was given. I'm sure there's other ways to do this, but for questions like this, saying like which of the following could be the equation, like the keyword could be the equation. Usually I just go through each equation. I find that a lot faster than actually figuring out the math the traditional way. Okay, let's go to the last wrong answer here. So for this one, I don't have much of an explanation for getting this one wrong. I just don't know. It's just you look at the equation. I guess I got the x and y's mixed up again, which is a common theme this one. It's very interesting seeing how like different tests I mix up different things. But yeah, I got the x and y mixed up. Clearly, like even if like I don't understand functions at all, intuition says that force will have the 18 times and distance will have less. Because looking at the graph, the scale for the force is a lot greater than distance. But yeah, that's it. I'm very proud of getting a reading score of 100%. I think I actually got a pretty good time on that one as well. Probably like around 10 minutes. You gotta shoot for 8 to get even close to a perfect score. So I do still need to improve greatly on my reading. It's not like I'm reaching near perfect. I'm still pretty slow, but we are getting there. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Thanks for watching. See ya.